Siamo in sala stampa del Monaco High-End.
Ci siamo intrufolati.
No, ci siamo a pieno titolo perché siamo giornalisti accreditati e stiamo tentando l'intentato, cioè di montare al volo e poi postare sul canale YouTube un'intervista che abbiamo appena fatto a
Laurence Dickie, che è ex progettista delle famosissime Nautilus e adesso deus ex machina di Vivid Audio.
Esatto.
Nostro caro amico, che ci ha concesso in anteprima assoluta l'intervista e la presentazione delle nuove Moya U01 che vedrete appresso. Mi raccomando, divertitevi.
Speriamo di riuscire a montarlo. Se lo montiamo, divertitevi. Ciao. Oh, hi, Laurence. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you. Thanks for granting me the opportunity.
So, although the speakers has been presented, let's say 1 month ago, and I suppose that many of our audience already knows something about it, but could you explain for us, just for us, the new speakers?
Of course. I mean, the question that's being asked is why. Okay, I'm going to start again because obviously that's
Okay.
Okay. So the question that's being asked is, why Moya? Why this enormous statement loudspeaker? Well, the truth is that there is no substitute in the end for size when it comes to extreme bottom end. And whilst we're very proud of our G1S, this huge step up does bring with it benefits in terms of ease of delivery and scale of performance.
Okay. So that's the basic principle of the...
Yeah, okay. So we truly believe that the resolution and fidelity that we achieve with our gear range is as good as we could hope to achieve. The next step up clearly is just to make a bigger loudspeaker with all the benefits that brings. But it's not an easy challenge. Going from G1S to Moya has involved going for a 5-way system instead of 4, and that brings with it a whole new bunch of challenges, especially in the crossover.
Okay, and what about the drivers that you are using in this loudspeaker?
Okay, well, they're clearly derived on all our very successful existing drivers, but we've made some improvements. We've added this diamond-like coating to the catenary aluminium domes, which gives us a little extra headroom in terms of breakup. But we've also added copper caps to the magnet structures on both the D50 and the C100.
Okay.
And I believe that really is a very important improvement in terms of distortion. And I think you can hear that.
And what about the bass drivers?
Well, a lot of people are saying why 8?
Why 8?
Why 8? There is a
big number.
Yeah, it does look like a lot. Originally, it was going to be 2, but as soon as you get to this scale of loudspeaker, and as I say, and it has to go 5-way, then a new set of crossover frequencies come into play. And really the thing that sets the choice of crossover frequencies is the driver displacement. So for instance, and also, so we decide on a sound level, 120 dB was the target figure. So for the D50, to create 120 dB with a 1 millimeter travel, you have to cross over at 1.7 kilohertz. The same for the 100 millimeter driver for 120 dB, the crossover point is down to 550, and then a crossover point of 130 to deliver 120 dB from the C175s. And that in turn means that at the frequency of maximum displacement, which is 30 hertz, you need for a C225, which has a 12 millimeter travel, 8 drivers to reach that same target sound level.
So it is something that is determined by the numbers.
It is, actually. There is some sound logical thinking behind it. It's not purely whimsical. Although, I must say, I really like the look of 8.
Okay. And what about your iconic tubes? we have hidden.
We have those tubes behind each driver, and with the low mid, they're actually coming up the inside of the cabinet. They go all the way up to the top. So yes, each driver, each band does have the exponential absorber, and the bass is bass reflex, but we have the absorber in the same way as in G1S. We had the absorber curling around at the top. Here we have the absorber at the back, and it's re-entrant so that it makes it a practical length, but it's there.
And how could you transport this such a big unit?
Yeah.
How is it delivered to the final customer?
I have over the years seen some very large and very heavy products, and I wanted not to be part of that approach. So Moya is modular, and each unit weighs 60 kilos, which, you know, it's not a lightweight, but two people can just about get it up the stairs. That's the thing that people have been bothered about. Can we get this into our funny little listening room in the attic? Yes, you can.
Yes. Yeah. So basically you can handle 1, 2, and 3 and 4 pieces separately.
Yes, yes, and 5.
And okay. So each speaker travels in 5 boxes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the 2 mid-high assemblies travel in 1 large flat crate, but all the bass units come in separate crates.
My last question is: what is the minimum room size for these speakers to sound appropriately?
Right, well, here we are in a room that is 5 by 9 meters, and we're very comfortable in here, and it doesn't even have to be 9 meters. I mean, the 9 meters obviously is great for having people here. It's a show after all. 5 by 6 is probably about the smallest practical size.
5 by
just
6,
because it's a large loudspeaker doesn't mean you have to have a ballroom to listen to it.
Okay.
And my question is, the power amplifier for this Moya?
Well, today we're using Mola. It's a new development. There's new circuit topology. These are 400 watts. We're using biamp, but you know we could just as well be using one amplifier. So 400 watts, easily sufficient. I mean, we have been really rocking this room at points. I think anything above 100 watts is probably more than enough.
Okay. Well, I think that's enough.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
No, my pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.